friends, this is Stephanie's Yarnescape. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining me. Today, this is a channel all about yarny things. That's it, just anything that's related to yarn, we're gonna probably talk about it. So grab yourself a cup of tea, water, beverage of choice, whatever. And I have some things to show you. I don't have a whole lot to show you today. No yarn haul. I didn't buy any yarn. Very proud of myself. But I have been crocheting a lot. So let's just get right into it. I have one finished object today, and it's an item I haven't showed you guys before. I started this earlier in the year. I'm pretty sure it was earlier in the year. This blanket is a simple blanket. And I put it aside for whatever reason, I'm not sure. Probably because I got excited about another project I was working on, or to start. And so I was looking at some of my project bags that I have around, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to finish this. I'm so close to being done, and it really didn't take much time at all. So I went ahead and finished it. Let me show you guys. This is the only finished object that I have today, but it's this blanket. So, try. And then it has light gray and black at the bottom. So it's just a large striped blanket, quite wide and tall. Like it is, I can even hold it up the whole way. It's touching the floor here, and I'm 5'6". So definitely really long, super soft. Let me tell you guys the yarn I used. So let me fold it back up here. So the yarn I used was this Premier Parfait. It is 100% polyester. There's 574 yards in a skein, so it's one of the larger skeins. It's the super soft velvety. I just have this left of the two colors of the skeins. It's super soft. This reminds me of like a snowball. Like with this, I might make a snowball out of it, like for a decoration. I was just thinking that. So yes, super soft. I didn't measure this yet, but oh my goodness, I love this yarn. Absolutely love it. I got it at AC Moore when they were still open. Was it earlier this year? I want to say it was earlier this year, but I'm not 100% positive. So the blanket's very simple. It's just a double crochet back and forth, and I just did large. I started with the black. Excuse me. I just started with the black, and I just worked it till I was almost out of the skein, and then just added the light gray, white, and then the darker gray. So yes, I love it. This is super soft. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I can get more off of Premier's website, but when I got this from AC Moore, it was $5 a skein. So I couldn't pass it up. It was a good price, and I probably won't be able to get that price again because we all know AC Moore is closed. So it's the only finished object. When I put it away, like I said, I started with the black, the blue, or the light gray. I was like up here on the white, and then I just had to do the gray. So I was almost done. I don't know why I put it away, but I love it. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm on the fence if I want to keep it for myself or if I want to list it on my Etsy shop. I do have another, like, it's the velvet yarn that I bought for my little blanket ladder back here that I was going to use, but that matches my decor more. But I don't know. This is super nice. This is nice to, like, just cozy up with. So let's hang this. I don't know where to put this. We'll just put it right here. So anyways, okay. The rest I just have a bunch of WIPS. A few things to show you guys. I've had some large amounts of time where I can crochet, be by myself, watch whatever I want on Netflix. It was so amazing, so relaxing. So I just crocheted and watched TV. It was great. I feel refreshed, renewed. I start back to work tomorrow. And, you know, nobody ever wants to go back to work after some time off, but I have to, and that's okay. So let me show you guys the other projects that I did. I worked on this blanket. This is the cow blanket. It's the cow. Graphgan. Most nights. I got quite a ways on it. I didn't put a stitch marker in here. But here it is so far. I'm a good ways away. Last time I showed you guys, I was down here. Just finished this circle, this dark brown circle. So I got quite a bit of ways. I started on his nose. So I have to do is finish the top of his head and then the border around it, and it is done. So yes, the yarn I'm using for that is Karen 1 pound in the white, because I ordered, if you guys watched my last video, I ordered the wrong white. I got white with sparkle, and we don't want sparkle. And then the other yarn I'm using, I won't pull out the skeins out of my cart here because they're all attached to my blanket still. But it's the Red Heart Comfort. They are the big skeins. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's 100% acrylic. And there it is. 867 yards. So they're big skeins of yarn. Definitely plenty to finish the blanket with. So there's that. And then the next project, now you guys are familiar with this. I've shown this in every video because this is going to be a long time WIP. It's not going to be done anytime soon, but I wanted to work on it on my days off this week, but I just wanted to work on some other things, which I'll show you guys. But it's the Blurred Lines. This is a paid-for pattern on Ravelry by Deanne Ramsey. It's my first pullover sweater, and it's for me. I'm very excited about having it done, but I'm at a spot now where I'm just going round and round. I feel like, and it's with a fine weight yarn, so it's very slow progress, and it looks pretty much the same every time I show you guys, except for when I added the color. Here it is so far. It's rumpling here. I don't know. Hopefully I'm doing it right. Like I said, it's my first pullover sweater. So, but it's just kind of ruffling here. I don't know why, if it's because of the yarn or what, or if it'll hopefully maybe start forming once I get further along. Here's my stitch marker where I was with you guys last time. The stitch marker I got from the Crafty Crocheter. So if you guys don't follow her, go ahead and follow her. It's just a bumblebee. But I did a few rows. Usually my daughter goes to bed. She usually starts laying down between 8 and 8:30. So I sit down to crochet once she's nestled in. And like I said, I work on this on Sundays. Sundays, I don't know why I do this, but like just for Sundays, like it's the stuff that is not for other people. It's stuff for me, or donations or something. I just kind of make Sundays my projects, and the rest of the week is stuff for Etsy or for other people and whatnot. So I don't know why, but any other day I crochet whatever I'm feeling at that time. Excuse me. But for some reason I'm making Sundays like my stuff day, and that's okay. So yes, it says I'm going to be raising the back of the neck is my next, and then I should be separating for the sleeves soon. So yeah, I'm very excited. The yarn I'm using, and it's super soft. I have this green, which I don't know the exact color, but this gray together. It's Amazing Lace by Lion Brand. It is a super fine yarn, so hence why this is taking forever, but that's okay. I should have maybe picked, the other one I was going to do was a cardigan that was made with a 4-weight yarn. I probably should have done that, but I was ready for the challenge. And one of these cakes is 1,017 yards, and it's 70% acrylic and 30% nylon. So, yes, it's so soft. I love it. I can't wait for it to be done. I get, excuse me again. I get excited when I work on it, but I'm kind of like, I'm ready to move on to like where I'm not going round and round. Like I'm gonna be separating for the sleeves. I'm trying to take my time so I don't mess it up and get frustrated and, you know, decide not to finish it. And I know once I start doing the body, it's just gonna be continuously round and round and round and round. But yes, very excited. So there's that. The other thing, if you guys watched my last video, I said about wings. Rose likes crochet. She is basically, she takes monthly collections. They do like a theme sometimes. I just discovered her in July. Yeah, early July. So I've always wanted to go back and watch the other videos. I just haven't had time. I can't even keep up with the current videos that all you guys are putting out. The YouTubers that I follow, I have quite a few of them. But anyways, she was doing a wings update. She's collecting these squares, 6-inch, 12-inch squares to make twin-size blankets. I felt inspired, so I made a handful of squares, not too many. And then she was doing another update, and I was like, something in me was telling me to do something else. I need to do something else, not just make something and send it. So I sent her an email saying, hey, send me some squares. I will put together for a twin blanket and send it back to you, you know. And she did, and she sent me these amazing, beautiful squares. I was hoping to have it completely done by today, but our plans had changed yesterday. I ended up going to the races with my husband, which is a good time. So I didn't crochet last night or yesterday, but I keep working on this thing in between things. Like I have it sitting out on a table in my living room. And then like if I'm doing something and I have a few minutes to sit down, or if I'm talking to someone on the phone, I go ahead and connect some squares. So let me show you guys what I have so far. So I'm hopefully have it done within the next few days so I can send it back to her. And if she has more squares that need put together for blankets, I'm going to do it again. Let me see here. I almost have the squares on. It's just attaching row to row. So here's some of it. Look at all these squares. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys all of them. But they're 6-inch squares. And then I have the length here. And it's 11 rows by 14 rows. So, and these ones aren't quite attached. So I don't want to get it too, so they're twisting and stuff. So putting this together, I find it very, I'm enjoying it. It's relaxing. So when I first started putting it together, I took out all the squares out of the bag, and I'm like trying to lay them up to make them look nice, doing all these different things. And my daughter was around, and she's like, just grab a square out of the bag. It's going to be a surprise every time. I was like, you know what? You're right. Let's do that. And she's like, I'll pick out the squares for you. You tell me when you're ready. I was like, okay. So, you know, I started attaching them, and I was going to do this fancy attaching and stuff, but I felt like it was taken away from the squares themselves. So I'm just attaching them with a single crochet, keeping it simple. So these squares just make the blanket, you know, it doesn't need a fancy joining. They just need a simple joining so the squares can be vibrant and, you know, make the blanket. So I said to my daughter, I'm ready for a square. I'm ready for, and she'd go in the bag and pick out the next square, and I just keep doing that. Now she's not around every time I work on it, so I just grab a square out of the blanket. And just, I mean, these squares, I mean, you could tell that it's by multiple crocheters because the tension's different, you know, the squares are different. And I'm just thinking, as I'm attaching them, the hands that went into this to make these squares for this cause. And it's bringing me happiness just doing it. So hopefully she has more squares that needs to put together, because I'd love to do another one. It brings me joy. And then, you know, when she's done with this project, I'm hoping to donate some other things during, every month for her. It's just something about it. And then I started thinking, everyone has, such as this. You have these balls of yarn around, left over from projects. This is too big to throw away, but it's too small to put to anything large. And I have a bunch of them in worsted weight. I have a container, a small container, and I'm working on a Ziploc bag now. So I'm like, I'm going to make some different squares after whenever I have time, once I get some of these bigger projects off my hooks. And just throughout the year, just keep adding to it. And then, you know, find a place to donate it. Give it to whoever needs it. So anyways, the last WIP I have to show you guys, I don't show you guys every single time. And I said in the last 2 videos ago that I was going to share it in the last one, and I did not, but I'm going to share it today. It's my pumpkin blankets. It's the Twisted Pumpkin. I got it off of hookedcreations.com. It's a pay-for pattern. Yes, this is the most complicated blanket I have ever worked on. And look at this. Lose my words. You can get the graph, but once you put attach all the papers together, it's a very large graph. And I'm not a big fan of counting. So I'm going by the word, row by row, the words, where it tells you how many of each color that you need before you switch. And it's a lot. And that's okay. And I still have a ways to go. But let me just show you guys the progress that I have. I'll show you the non-bobbin side so you guys get the idea of it. Ends, tons of ends. I did get some weaved in. I had some extra time there where I couldn't crochet, but I was sitting down, and so I weaved in some ends. I can't even, it's so many bobbins hanging off of it. It's pretty heavy. Here it is so far. Look at that. I'm super proud how far I've gotten. And like, there's more here in the center, but the bobbins are pulling it down. So yeah, I'll flip it around here. Here's all the bobbins. All the bobbins. Look at that. See, the bobbins are weighing it down in the center, so it doesn't look as big as it really is, but it's there. So many bobbins. So yes, here's my stitch marker. So I made quite a bit of progress since you guys last seen it last, which was a few videos ago. Excuse me. So there's that. That yarn I'm using is Karen Simply Soft in Off-White and Pumpkin. Like I said before, Karen Simply Soft is one of my favorites. I love it in graphgans because it just makes it so soft, and it has a nice like drape. Like, I just love it. It's one of my favorite yarns to use. And I have just about every color. I try, like, with all the yarn hauls and stuff, I've tried, you know, going outside my comfort zone of other yarns and stuff, but I always gravitate to Karen Simply Soft and always make sure I have a bunch of them on hand. So that's all I have to show you guys. Thank you for joining me. And I forgot to say at the beginning, this is episode 7. It is August 30th, I believe. 100% positive. Maybe 29. It's the end of August. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you for my yarny friends that have given me shout outs. I truly do appreciate it. I've made some wonderful friends in the yarning community, and they're the best friends to have. They bring me happiness. I love being able to talk yarn things because I have a couple friends that I've had for many years that are into the yarny things too, but it's nice to make some new yarny friends. So thank you so much. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you for supporting me and taking the time to watch my channel. And if you're just watching this and you're not sure if you should subscribe, I hope you decide to, because, you know, it's yarn. It's all about the yarn. So thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.